How is it going, guys? Welcome back to today's video. So if you did miss the last video, you would not have known that I sold my 350Z and I picked up a Lexus IS 300. So if you did miss out on that, definitely go back and watch the last video, and that will update you on everything that's going on in my life. But anyways, I just got off work, and the plan was that I meet up with my friend Demetrius. Right now he's in his house. He's coming right now, but we're just gonna go ahead and review the G. So right now I'm gonna give you guys a walk around. We'll get a cold start of the car, and we're gonna just do a POV drive, and I'll show you a little bit more and tell you a little bit more about this Infiniti G35 and everything that comes with it. So he did drive the car, so it's not going to sound too loud, but this is a cold start, I guess you could say, and we're gonna just let the car warm up. So yeah, we also did a muffler delete on his car recently, so that's why it sounds a little bit more like a VQ versus all constricted, because there's no muffler on it. We chopped it off. I'll go ahead and show you guys. Yeah, we cut that thing clean off, and just while the car is warming up, I can go ahead and show you the interior. It's pretty clean. It's mint condition. Usually you find these cars in tan interior and the leather's all ripped, but he did have they do come in black interior. They're harder to find, and if they are in black interior, usually the leather's all ripped, but this is super mint. Steering wheel, everything's OEM, everything's buttery smooth, everything's nice. Sorry guys about the glare, the sun is setting, but I'll go ahead and show you the back seat of the car. There's a lot of room in these things. Basically, if you don't know, I'll show you. This is a Nissan's version of like a four-door 350Z basically, and I say that because it has a 3.5 liter V6, the same engine that's actually in the 350Z. That dog needs to shut up. Really sorry guys about the dog, but yeah, besides the muffler delete, I also helped Demetrius put on a eBay cold air intake, and it works pretty good for him. But yeah guys, this is a 350Z engine in this car. Yeah guys, I will just let the car warm up for like 2-3 more minutes, and then we can go on a drive, and yeah, we can see how this thing drives. But all right, so we are setting off in the G35 sedan. If you guys don't know, they also have a coupe version of this. Basically it's the same thing, just a coupe, and it has a 350Z engine in it. But just setting off in the car, it's, you know, an early 2000s car. You're gonna have like a cassette tape, you're gonna have, you know, radio, climate controls, nothing fancy, but I do have to say, for the time, this was a really good solid car, and it still feels like that. It is it's sitting at 100,000 miles, and you honestly couldn't even tell because how good it drives. That's just, you know, Japanese cars for you. And I don't know how good you guys can hear, but you can definitely hear that muffler delete. It sounds pretty good. Some muffler deletes sound horrible, but on this the DE in this car, it sounds pretty good. I actually do the maintenance on this car myself. I help Demetrius out with a lot of it, and when he wants to mod it, I help him too. So I can vouch that it's a really good car, and I really stand by that. Brakes are really solid, and it's basically a four-door 350Z once you think about it. This is honestly the closest you'll get to it, but yeah, it has like a full sunroof in it. It has like a cool Infiniti clock. That's, I guess, luxury. At the time that was probably really nice. But yeah, the car has heated and cooled seats. These are buttons actually out of the 350Z, and even the seats themselves, they have the dials or switches to to move forward and back just like the 350. So this car is really like the stepbrother of the 350, you could say, because it's very similar. Even the steering wheel's a 350Z wheel, the airbags a 350Z, volume and the cruise control. So unfortunately the car doesn't have paddle shifters, which honestly sucks. I wish they would have integrated that. The car has like the kind of E-shift gearbox where you manually shift it, but that's okay. These things do come in 6-speed manuals, but they're super hard to find, and usually when you find them, they're really like, you know, beat up really bad and they're in poor condition. But all right guys, so before we lose sunlight, we also got power windows, which that's like a super nice touch. We are going to do a quick send off with the car. All right, so here goes a pull. So I believe this car makes around like 240 horsepower, so maybe that's like 220 wheel. It also has a muffler delete and an air intake, so I don't know how much that would add to the car, but I definitely feel like it's a lot less restricted. But yeah, the car pulls really good, especially for its age. This car is almost 20 years old and it still feels like it came right out of the factory. Being that it is a DE, you will have to replace little minor things in the engine constantly, but the engine itself, as long as you feed it oil, you'll be 100% good, and this engine will take care of you, this car will take care of you. And yeah guys, I only have good things to say about this car. I do wish it was in a 6-speed. That would be like absolutely insane. It would feel like a heavy 350Z. It'd feel like weird, but even the automatics are really responsive, really good. And at the end of the day, if you're looking for something sporty but not necessarily something that is, you know, as costly as a 350, or, you know, just something a little bit more dailyable, this is definitely the way to go, and I highly recommend it. Just like the IS300, this is another great first car to buy, and it's definitely, you know, it's pretty quick, and the car has a lot of character, a lot of personality. So if you can get your hands on a manual that's in good condition, I highly recommend it. Those things, you know, you can drift them, and this is definitely a great budget build drift car. I see these all the time. People turn these things into drift missiles. But yeah guys, you can't go wrong with the autos. Is that a Supra? Sorry guys, I had to say it. Okay guys, so I don't know where the GoPro died, but I just want to say, for, you know, the price that you can pick one of these things up for, you can pick one of these things up for like 4K all day. The manuals will run you a little bit more, but they are harder to find and they hold their value better. But definitely it's a great car, and it feels, you know, the power's there, and it feels like awesome. It's super luxurious for the time, and it is very responsive, and it feels like a 4-door 350Z. It definitely is a bit heavier, but guys, if there is something close to it, and you want something sporty but not necessarily so intense as a 350, this is as good as it's going to get. So with all that said, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in, watching the video, dropping a like. It means a lot to me, and if you already haven't, be sure to sub. Be a part of the fam, because we are gonna hit 1K if we already haven't. So just thank you guys, and with all that said, I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, peace out. What do you gotta say, bro?
I feel like, I mean, of course you know, but
It's
how does it feel? Really like.
It's a 4-door 350.
You know, it's just heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy, but it moves, dude.